Hey everybody, this is Coach Zach back with our second spotlight interview. I am here with a 2024 grad from Marietta High School. He went to Georgia Gwinnett College, transferred into Blinn Community College right after this last winter break. He is currently batting 305, 18 hits, 18 runs, two doubles, a triple, seven home runs, 18 RBIs in 15 games. This guy played for the 15 Tigers, 16 Cougs, 17 Cougs, 18 Cougs. One of the best middle infielders we've had come through this program, Jacob Bohacek. What's up, dude?
What's up? How's it going?
It's going well. It's going well. You guys are off to a pretty darn hot start. You guys are 10-5. You guys are playing well. You're playing well. So talk to me a little bit about like what's going on in your day to day where you're what are you doing to train? What are you doing to prepare for this season and continuing this hot start?
Yeah, it's been awesome so far. The start of the year has been good. We've been playing well as a group so far. We faced some adversity, but it's been good so far to start. As far as the training stuff, I think it goes back to the months of November and December. Like my prep before I got to campus here, was at aviation pretty much every single day. Getting working with Jake and all the other great coaches there. Um, Really just focusing on tons of detail with with footwork stuff on the infield, hand stuff on the infield, and then just constant reps in the cage, just challenging and just getting back to competing and not too focused on mechanical stuff. Just getting back to competing and finding detail within every rep. So that's been what I kind of credit my first success to.
Yeah, I know Jake in that Grinders Club was really getting after it with you and the college guys, some of the pro alum that was coming in,
Hmm.
even sprinkling in some of our like nines and tens guys that
Yeah.
come out there, some high school guys that would come out there. So that Grinders Club is was working this off season and continuing to work now. So we mentioned that transfer from Georgia Gwinnett NAIA to then junior college out in Texas. So what's the biggest change or challenge been from going to the NAIA, being home in Georgia, to
Hmm.
now JUCO in Texas?
Yeah, it's definitely been a different kind of baseball. This is the best baseball I've ever played, competition wise. NAIA was great. It was a great experience. Being really the only freshman on the team, getting to learn from a ton of older guys who've been through it. Um, so I'm really thankful for that experience. But this junior college thing is unbelievable. The amount of talent that we face. Every arm is good. Low to mid nines with good breaking stuff, and that can throw two or three pitches in the zone like in any count. So that's been a real challenge so far, and I've really enjoyed trying to just competing against it.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like you talked about competing over the off season
Hmm.
and having that competitive edge, just getting after it, challenging yourself so much before
Yeah.
the season started. Definitely, it seems like it's helping you compete and get after it now when you're seeing
Right.
some really good stuff.
Hmm.
Um, So obviously, talk to me a little bit about the time frame from when you hit the portal in the off season during the winter to when school started talking to you, and then when you started to kind of find your way. So I'm sure it doesn't. That's not that great of a time not knowing where you're going to
Yeah.
school when it's like a month away.
Yeah. So I hit the portal in the second week in November, I believe, and it was pretty uncertain. I was anxious about it, not really settled. But I knew that God had a plan for me, and I kind of just gave it all to Him. And with the whole process, and my process ended up being really quick, which I'm super thankful for, where I could kind of put that behind me and then just focus on getting uncovering the best version of myself between the middle of November through December. But Blinn was the first school that reached out to me. My roommate at Georgia Gwinnett was from Houston and played against Blinn and has a relationship with the Blinn coach, and so that was a mutual connection that we had there. So the Blinn was the first school to reach out, talked on the phone with D Hart, the head guy here, and after 2 hours was like, okay, that's where I want to go. So
What advice would you give a current high school guy trying to get into college baseball? Like what are the things that they should be looking for? What are the questions that they should be asking? What do you feel like was most important to you in the recruiting process now that you've gone through it twice and now going through it again a third time,
right,
having to leave Blinn?
yeah, I think it's one, you want to go where you're wanted, because at the end of the day, college baseball is a business. The coaches get paid to win. So go where you're wanted. I know it's kind of hard, like right out of high school, to just because with the portal and stuff, coaches tend to like guys with a little bit of experience under their belt. But definitely go where you're going to be comfortable and you believe like it's a good environment for you that you're going to fit in and mesh well with everybody around yourself, and go to an environment where it's going to push you and it's going to challenge you a little bit, and to where then you're able to uncover kind of the best version of yourself, not even on the field but also off the field, because the stuff transfers into like regular life and stuff like that.
100%. So we mentioned that you played here from 15 to 18. So what at your time at 643 has helped you prepare for this next level, whether it's at NAIA or JUCO? What's helped you prepare?
I think just playing hard and playing the right way. That's one thing that's never going to change. No matter what level you play at, what that's what Danny and all those guys preach. As playing through 643, like you just got to play hard. No matter what, no matter you have a bad game or good game, like it's whatever you did that's good or bad is in the past, and you just got to just continue to play hard and go about your business the right way, and then the other stuff will just kind of handle itself.
100%. I mean, obviously in the summer we play
Hmm.
so much baseball, so it's like if you get too low or too high, it's a crazy roller coaster that you're going on,
Exactly.
and it makes it tough. And then you get into college baseball, and now you're playing sometimes guys that are right now 4, maybe 5 years older than you
Yeah.
when you were playing with your own grade, your own age. So I'm sure if you're really high and really low at times, like being able to control your emotions when you have a bad game, learn from it, flush it, and then come back the same mentality the next day of just trying to play and do your best. And
Yeah.
if you're going up and down crazy like this season, especially in college, isn't that long. I mean, it's
Yeah.
50 games for the
Hmm.
season. I mean, it's almost like a sprint. So it's
Yeah.
like if you spend too long down or thinking about your past, all of a sudden 5 games, 6 games goes by, and now it's like, oh crap, the season's halfway over.
Yeah. Exactly.
Talk to me about what is a week like your week to week. When do you have class? When do you
Hmm.
have practice? When do you have lift? Like everyone talks about that JUCO life. We had Noah and Aiden on last week. They talked about it a little bit. Obviously, you
Hmm.
weren't in JUCO during the fall, so you didn't have
Yeah.
that part of it. But right
Hmm.
now, in season, when are you lifting? When are you at practice? When is the travel? Like how much are you just nonstop going?
Yeah, it's definitely an everyday thing, everyday grind. Every week kind of varies differently just based on what days we have games. So like this week we don't play until Thursday. We have a Thursday, one game Thursday, two games Saturday, kind of a series there. So like this week we have, practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 1:30 to 4 ish, and then we'll have a lift right after that, probably until 5 up in our indoor, and then we have a good cage set up in there, so we'll take some swings after we lift. So it's basically, and you're at the field an hour early too, before practice, getting your recovery in, getting your body prepped for practice and your lift that day. So it's a 12:30 to 6 o'clock day, almost every day that we don't play. And then the mornings are filled with class. Like I have class every day from 10:30 to 11:50. No class on Fridays though, which is nice. And then obviously it varies with, days that we travel. Like days that we travel, we'll leave here at 8 and then get back at, 10:30 at night, just depending on how far
Right.
away the games are. So
Craziness. I mean, again,
yeah.
I played at a Division One level, so
Uh-huh.
we had the luxury of doing some cool stuff, flying a decent amount, having
Right.
buses, good hotels, but sometimes some of these JUCOs don't have that crazy money
Yeah.
where sometimes I've heard you're sleeping four to a room, there's two beds,
Yeah.
share. So I'm sure the grind is nonstop. Obviously, like you talked about, it's your day, you're leaving the house at 9 o'clock, so you're not late for your
Hmm.
first class, 9:30, so you're not late for your first class,
Hmm.
and you're not getting home till 8 o'clock at night. You
Yep.
spent 6 hours doing baseball, hour and a half doing class. So if
Yeah.
you're not loving the grind, if you're not loving baseball and just getting out there and competing,
Hmm.
those gonna spit you out pretty quick. So you got to show up and want to love and get into the little things, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You really have to love it.
All right, last question I got for you here. What is your favorite memory or a favorite coach or two from 643?
Favorite memory is probably the entire 16U season with Coach Mang and Jake and Bear. We had a really, really fun group. We won the PBR National Championship, made a deep run into that and ended up winning it. So that was probably the best memory I have from 643. Favorite coach, I think, I mean,
You can give a couple.
every single one of them. Like I've been surrounded by just such great dudes over there. Obviously Jake, just because he's helped me tremendously. I loved playing for Coach Mang. He's awesome. He's a great coach. Got to learn a lot from him. I think one of your teammates, Wyatt Casto,
Oh,
that dude has been unbelievable for me, just helping me. You know, there was one winter where we spent, I don't even know how many hours in the cage together on Wednesday nights, and him driving an hour and a half to come hit with me is, I can't thank him enough for that. We're still very close. We talk, every day after a game, and yeah, so it's just been I love 643 and the coaches that they have there is just unbelievable.
awesome. Well, I know you got, like you said, you got a game Thursday, two
Hmm.
games Saturday, I believe region or conference play starting up.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Right?
Conference play.
Yeah, Coastal Bend College.
Yeah.
Awesome. So are you home or away?
We're away Thursday and then back home on Saturday.
Home
So
on Saturday. Well, Jacob, best of luck this weekend and continue this hot start. And I hope you have a great season.
yes, sir. Thank you.
You're very welcome. See you.
See ya.